Hello, amazing people. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. If today is the first time here, you are very, very welcome. My name is Ngozi. On this channel, we talk about real life stories and trending news. So stick around. Do me well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the bell notification so whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Like my video, thank you. Comment down in the comment section and share my videos with your families and friends. Thank you. Can someone tell me what is going on in this world? Can someone just wake me up? It seems like I am sleeping. I am sleeping. I don't know. In fact, it's as if I'm just in a dreamland. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, what did I just say? Hey God, this is crazy. Oh no. Man, oh Lord. There's this lady they call Trophy Wife. According to her story, she is a single mother of two before she got married to an older guy. And the guy she got married to, according to the story, she met the guy on a dating site or something, and they got married after a week, right? So you will hear her story. I don't want to talk about it because I can't say it. I promise you. Just watch the whole thing and see what happened to her. And also, you also have to listen to other people's reaction about her story. Man, I ask again, how careful can one be in this life again? Like, how careful can we be to make sure that our kids are safe? How careful? Hi, oh my goodness, this is so crazy.
I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. But I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past. It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things. I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy. I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie and that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, I he was actually picking up the boys from school, my two older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister, because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters, who are only 2 and 4 years old. It still feels like a dream. Like, when this first happened, I just kept waking up every day and just hoping that this was a dream. Because it's literally my worst nightmare. It's my worst nightmare. I myself am a product of RAPE. That's how I came to be. And was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. And I'm just not quite sure how this happened, why this happened.
Do you guys remember Trophy Wife? I was thinking the other day, like, she hasn't posted in a very long time. What I've realized is that whenever influencers just stop posting for a while, I know that something is happening in their life. Yesterday, I was just randomly on YouTube and a video from her popped up. I was like, I didn't even know she had a YouTube channel. And the title of the video is I Married a Monster. Me looking at that title, I was like, here we go. But I was thinking that it was maybe cheating, manipulation, being possessive, or I don't know, abusive. But it's not even that. It's worse than that. It's the worst thing that can ever happen to anyone. She's got two girls, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And she was saying in the video that her husband touched her daughters, these little babies. And she's not just saying it out of the blue. She actually had this checked at the hospital and it was confirmed. I was just watching that video, guys. Honestly, I got emotional because she looks so broken. She is in pain. I would never wish this even to my worst enemy. And another thing that really made me sad for her is the fact that she also said that the exact thing happened to her when she was younger, and she always prayed to God that it should never happen to her kids. But unfortunately for her, it did. And it did by her husband, somebody she trusted. It's sad.
The trophy wife. I don't think it is right for people to say she's not a good mother because she did not observe what was happening to her child on time. Firstly, that's not a distant member of the family. That's the father of the children. He has prepared an environment that is conducive for him to do whatever he wants to do. It is not her fault that she married such a man. But one thing you will need to know is when we are dealing with a person who already has an intention to do an evil deeds, they are very calculative. They plan way before they execute their plan. That man must have made the environment very conducive. He's a good father. He will be a good father. He cooks. He cleans for the children. He changes their diapers, bathes them, put them to sleep, read storybook for them. He just makes the life easy for the wife. She would feel, oh, he's taking care of his children. So when he does whatever he wants to do, and the child is bleeding, how is she supposed to know? When the child's diapers needs to be changed, he says, no, babe, don't worry, I'll change it. Because he knows what he has done. And she's never going to think about it because why? That's her husband. That's the father of the children. He's taking care of his children. She would definitely be worshiping him. This is a supportive husband. But we need to know that people who do these things, they don't just do it once. They do it little by little. First, they'll start playing with the child, make the child feel comfortable, start touching. They start with touching, start with good words, until the day they finally penetrate, the day they finally do the act. She was lucky to find out. Remember, she said the husband was not at home when she changed the baby's diapers and saw the blood, the red color on it. He was not at home. If he was at home, probably she would not have found out, because he would have suggested that he wants to change it himself because he knows what he has done. He was not at home, so she had the opportunity to change it. So she was lucky to find out. It is very difficult to find a culprit that is right under your nose. They make life easy for you. You think they are doing it out of love, but they are doing it because of what they are doing in secret. Yes, she should have been more careful, right? It is easier said than done. When you're dealing with a culprit that is in your house, it is easier said than done. She was lucky to have found out.
So I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday and came across the story of the trophy wife and her husband, who has essayed her two little children, 4-year-old and 6-year-old, and they're his children, they're his biological children. And I just want to say, ladies, stop chasing men purely for monetary reasons. Anytime you go after a man for his money, there is a price to pay. There is always a price to pay. There is always a price to pay. And as women, we are powerful beings, like I preach on my page. We can manifest our own wealth. Nothing is worth the happiness of your children. What is Gucci and Rucci? What is Gucci? What is Louis V? Make it, if you must have designer, make your own money and buy your own designer. You don't need it. How much wealth do you need as well? Stop chasing men because of money, because you will end up paying dearly. And apparently he essayed her as well, not long after they got married. A lot of these men are demonic. They are demonic. And again, you've got the power within yourself to manifest your own reality. You can manifest your own wealth. Stop being a gold digger. And this woman, she had money, didn't she? She had her own wealth, didn't she? So what is the obsession, women? What is the obsession with going after men for money? What about character? Kindness. Who cares about money when he's got a bad character? We need to just stop all this gold digging and dig our own gold. We've got the power to dig our own gold, dig our own wealth, and be as wealthy as we want to be. Oh, it's just so sad. My heart goes out to the children and to the mother as well. And I hope when he goes to jail, he is taken out of this earth plane because he doesn't deserve to be here. He is a demon. So sad. Stop chasing men for money, please.
Guys, I just watched Married a Monster and I feel so sorry for her, guys. She feels like she lived a very hard life. Her neighbor's husband abused her as a kid. She's like a single mom with 2 older sons. You've now went on to marry a man that you've known for a week, all because you want to be a trophy wife and you don't want to pay for nothing. It was given desperation. I also don't understand women that have kids that marry men that don't have kids. That does not make sense to me. Why would you not want a man that's already a father so he knows how this works? You've moved in with him anyways. You've known him for a week. You moved into a house with him. Very selfish of you. He's then RA'd her 4 months into the wedding, of the marriage, sorry. You then decide to give him not 1 kid, 2 kids, but 3 kids. You already know what he's capable of. Oh my God, guys, like, I feel like there were so many red flags in that story. I do feel sorry for her, but it's like so many women glorify the whole trophy and like men paying for you that you don't even realize his morals and ethics and how he's a person. This is going to be the father to your kids. So now you're a mom with 5 kids suffering, and it's just like, guys, it's just so, like, I really feel sorry for her. And I don't think we should blame her, guys, because that man is a disgusting, I don't even have words for her. But I feel like in life, things can be avoided. And I feel like as a mother, to be dating a guy, you should always think about your kids first. Like, you shouldn't just be dating loosely and think, oh, let me get married to him and let me do that. You need to put your kids first.
I've been seeing a lot of married women give their hot take on the new trophy wife life situation and what's going on with her husband. And I think that y'all should stage left in this conversation. If you don't know, there's this creator called The New Trophy Wife who just revealed that she found out that her husband has been SAing her 2 and 4-year-old daughter. And yes, those are his and her children. It's been so interesting to me to see so many married women giving their hot takes, because the reality is, as much as hypergamy content is responsible, which it is, and as much as she played a role in this situation, which she did, it's the way that we talk about marriage and the responsibility that we put on women that is really at fault in this. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Most married women will go through lengths to protect their husbands, to cover up the things that they've done, to cover up the neglect, to cover up the grape. Like I really do say that married women are God's strongest soldiers, because most of them are mistreated by their husband. And in turn, not only do they stay, they also encourage other women in similar situations to stay as well. One of the things that I thought was interesting was how she talked about how the trophy wife talked about how early in their marriage that her husband raped her. And as a single woman, that would have been a sign for me to leave everything. But there's so many married women that have been in that situation and have still stuck with their husbands for 10, 15, 20 years. I guess ultimately my point is, you can't speak so boastfully about someone's situation like that when you yourself will go through lengths to cover up your own situation. At least she left and she was able to come and face the public and tell the truth. A lot of y'all husbands will play in y'all face, disrespect y'all, neglect y'all children, SA, and y'all will come up and still try to give us married advice. I just think certain conversations should be left to certain women.
People are so mean. People are so mean. Have you heard about the girl Isis, the TikTok influencer, who preached about her being a trophy wife, just living the good life? And she came out and said that she found out her husband was SAing two of her little daughters. I think they were like 2 and 4, right? And this is a traumatic experience for this family. Okay, I cannot even, and I don't even want to begin to imagine how she is feeling and what those children are going through, right? What baffles me is the intellect of these people who come under her post and leave these horrible comments, like leaving laughing emojis, just saying foul stuff like, oh, you're a trophy wife now, right? So, or people say, that's why I don't believe in these internet relationships and people be faking. Let me just tell you guys something. You could be living a life and think you have the most perfect life and not know you're sleeping with a monster. If you didn't know that, let me just tell you now. In her mind, he could have treated her so well and be an undercover snake. The fact that you guys are trying to put blame on this mother is disgusting. Okay? All the blame should be on that dirty individual. Only him, not her. And I applaud her for believing the children, because we already know how this could have turned out with other parents, how they don't like to believe their kids when they tell them these incidents happen. You guys need to do better. It's like you guys be waiting for people to have a downfall and laugh at them. That is nasty work. That is something you guys have to change about yourself. I really don't understand how you guys be happy somebody not doing well in life. I would never understand the mentality, never. You guys need help. You need help. You guys need to do better. That is not the best way for you to be living. You got to do better.
Imagine changing your 4-year-old daughter's diaper and realizing that she was really red and in pain down there. So you asked her, has anybody ever touched you? And she says, yes, Daddy. And what you do is you get her and your other kids out of the house before he makes it home, and you take them to the hospital. And you have them check your other children as well, and come to find out, not only have he been essaying your 4-year-old daughter, he's also essayed your 2-year-old daughter. And you are a content creator who has built your channel around being a trophy wife and having a trophy husband. And now you have to rethink everything, because this man that you put on a pedestal have been essaying his own children. It's a very, very sad story. Her name is Isis. Her page is A Trophy Wife. The full video is on her YT channel. It is very sad. I can tell that she's beating herself up. But you will never expect for a father to be touching their own children. This is a very sad story. So my prayers go out to her and to those kids that was harmed. But you guys, don't ever look up to another couple, because you never know what's really going on behind closed doors.
If you guys aren't aware of this tragic situation, the caption that I put and her describing what happened says it all. This woman is a YouTuber that built her platform around hypergamous relationships and how to find a man like hers, because she was a single mother and found a man who took her and her kids in and made her a housewife. I'm going to use this video to talk about red flags that a lot of women, like she did, ignore when they're trying their best to find a man to save them. She married this man 1 week after meeting him. She agreed to marrying him because at that time, when she had two kids with a previous relationship that failed, she was living with another man who was providing for her, and they had broken up and she needed a place to stay since she had to leave that other man. She met this guy. She asked, hey, can I bring my kids with you, live with you temporarily while I find my own place? And he told her, if you're going to live with me, you have to be my wife. And I'm sure he promised her everything under the moon, such as, I'll take care of you, I'll take care of your kid.
Please tell me you guys have watched this video. If you haven't, like, just go and watch the video. Basically, Okay, this woman is like a Christian Shira Seven. Like she advises young girls, like she gives advice, self-love, self-care, how to get like a provider man, how to like get a good man, basically. And then she was a single mom. She already had children. And then this man came. He ticked everything in her box. He set the bar according to her. He was kind. He was patient. He was like the perfect man, like the man that she was advising. Okay, this is the standard. This is what you should not like. Don't get anything less than this. So that's her kind of content basically. So like she got pregnant for her husband because he married her, gave her a ring, everything. So like she got pregnant for him, and like I think the last video she posted on her page was like she was in her second trimester, and then she stopped posting. So me expecting, oh, maybe she's going to come out with like a baby reveal, things like that. No, tell me why I opened YouTube this morning and I'm seeing I married a monster. Like, sis, what do you mean you married a monster? So basically, what happened was that you guys should go and watch this video. Basically, what happened was that she was cleaning her 4-year-old daughter, and then she noticed that, oh, baby girl is like red and is sensitive down there. And then her heart sunk. She was like, wait, has somebody been like touching my baby? Like, what's so? And then she asked the girl, she was like, oh, why are you red down there? And then the baby girl was like, oh, daddy has been touching me. Like, did you guys hear what I said? Like, okay, so like I think the man, her husband, went to pick the boys. I think she has like 2 boys and like 2 girls. So when he got back, she was like, okay, that she's going. She just needed an excuse to like leave the house. So she carried I think she carried all her children, and then she told the man that okay, she is going like Halloween shopping, and then she said she went to the hospital and they did like physical examination of her 2 girls. Tell me why they actually found out that this man has been touching the 2 girls. And I'm not talking 18, 17. I'm talking like 4. I'm talking 2. Like I think I'm in disgust. I think I'm more in disgust. And what's more painful is that she was actually abused when she was younger. So imagine telling somebody that this is what you went through. This man knows that this is what you went through, and this man was patient to get married to you and then abuse your children. Nah, like people are scary.
At first, I probably wasn't gonna say nothing about this ISIS, the trophy wife situation, but now I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna say something. Because if I can influence somebody, then I'm just gonna say it. I feel like too many people get online and y'all try to take so much life advice from these bigger influencers and whoever, just anybody on the internet, and it's just like you can't always listen to everything that somebody's saying on the internet versus real life. Like in real life, you need to have discernment. In real life, do not be too trusting. In real life, follow your intuition, your gut. Like too many women in today's society tries to just make it seem like, oh, get with the rich guy that can take care of you. Everything's gonna be amazing and wonderful. Yeah, it's a few percentages that it is occasionally good, but then what about the other factors, or what about when situations like this happen? Like sadly, this lady, more ISIS, sadly she ignored a lot of red flags in the beginning. Like, you do not just immediately get married after barely knowing somebody. You don't quickly move in with somebody that you barely know. Like, you don't, and the last thing you do, I don't even have any kids, but do not trust nobody around your kids. Like, you might want to wait 2-3 years before you even let them meet the child. Like, because people are just sickos. Like, I watch so much true crime and stuff like that, so it's just like I already am not very trusting towards people in general. So, but when people are like dating, especially online dating or any type of dating, like, you have to just always have your guard up. It's better to have your guard up with people than to just ignore everything just because it's just like, oh, but online they're saying get the rich guy, don't date this guy, date the geeky one. Like, you just never know with people. And it's just like that situation is just disgusting and sad.
Thank you so much if you watched this moment. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you